So welcome back guys once again. Today we are going to talk about to set up a timer event, advanced timer event. And for that we have to take a help of a data layer value. As we discussed in last lecture, GTM has a inbuilt data layer structure, okay, and it stores some triggers value inbuilt in a form of a value. So as we seen in last lecture, the timer value, scroll the value, all the inbuilt trigger value saved by a GTM in a form of a data layer variable, and we can use that variables to form or create different advanced technique to set up the event. So right now, as we discussed in last session, we set up a simple timer event according to our need. So let's set up a timer event, advanced timer event for our website. So let's go to a tags and first create a trigger. We have to understand that we already set up a 30-second timer event, and for that we have to create another timer event. So let's go to new, create trigger first because we have to set up a condition first. So that's why we most of the time creating a trigger. Again, I am keeping this as an interval of 30 seconds itself. That's why I write a 30,000 in a millisecond. And in last recording or last video of timing setup, we have seen that we keep the limit of a 1. But here we are going to keep the limit of a 5. The reason behind that, we want to, track the user, who have, spent 30 second, then second round of 60 second, then 90 second, 120 second, until 150 seconds. So I am giving a condition to GTM that interval should be of 30 seconds, but it should be a stop at a 30,000 into 5 is a 1,50 second, which equivalent to 150 second. Correct. So I want to again set up this condition for my all the pages. So I am again selecting page URL matches regex dot star. So this will be my condition. This will be fire on all pages, and I'm keeping this as a name. I'm giving is a advanced timer 150 seconds. So in this I will able to understand that. So now let's understand first. Let's preview this uh, before implementing further part of it. So I want to give you understanding that how this will be gonna work. So as we aware that we have already set up a 30 seconds event by default, and that will be going to fire soon as we completed the 30 seconds. So let's wait for tag assistant to connect our website. So it's taking some time, so wait for it. So tag assistant is not connected. Let's retry this. Yes, it's connected right now. So that's our page is loading. Tag assistant is connected. Right now we are scrolling down. Let's wait for this page so we can see a timer event should fire on that. So my first roll that event has been fired already. So my timer event has been fired. Uh, let's check over here. Yes, the timer event has been fired, and right now we have seeing data layer event. So basically what is happening exactly, so data layer push some values in a GTM, okay, and with that value you can take that values, and we can create different segment for creating further advanced triggering. So my timer event is firing because I already set up another trigger. That's why you are seeing this. So you are seeing this that we have keep a timer limit interval of 5. So this is GTM timer event number is 1, so is fire one time. Now this is fired second time. So right now we have already spent 60 seconds. So if you multiply by this into this, so it will be divided by 1000, it will be a 60 seconds. So again my timer event is fire, and that will be for a third event number. So what we are going to do, we are going to create one JavaScript, custom JavaScript, variable to give us some extended value of timing event to a Facebook, Facebook pixel itself. So to set up that, first we have to take these two value and set up in a GTM. So these both are the data layer variable. So we have to go to variable, and as we discussed in our basic you know uh, lectures of a GTM, I already told you that there are two types of variables available in data GTM. First is a built-in variable, which are mostly a data layer and auto event variable, if you check this. And second is a user defined variable, correct? So these are the predefined variable, built-in variable, which we can use anytime, because these value always you will going to get once you set up any event by default. And for user defined variable, we have to set up a event for this. So I'm going to create a data layer variable. So you able to see that this is a data layer variable, I'm saving it. So this will be, I'm keeping a name of dlv slash my event name. So I am able to understand that this will be my value, and my second value is GTM timer event, so event number, because I want to multiply this value, and I want to understand that how many seconds user has been spent. So right now total 4 event has been already sent. This is third and this is fourth. So I'm waiting for fifth setup. So this will also happen after 150-second completion. Yeah. So again see. So this is fire on a fifth time. So accordingly we have to give a intimation to a Facebook pixel that first, just when event timer number is 1, so it will be 30 seconds. Event timer number will be 2, then it will be 60 seconds. Third for 90 seconds, fourth for 120 seconds, and fifth for 150 seconds. So accordingly we have to take this value. So I already given interval, time interval. Now I have to give a time interval event number. So I am selecting this, and I am going to create another data layer variable value over here. So let's check for this, and give dlv. So this data layer value has been created, so this variable has been created. Now to get exact value, what we have to do, we have to create one custom code for it, like custom JavaScript code for it to get our exact seconds value. So how I can do that? So this is possible with a custom JavaScript variable, which is give us a flexibility to write a custom JavaScript code as per our need, and we can get a desired data from it, like variable value from it. So I know this is something very new for you, but these are the standard thing we are going to use most of the time, and these are the just initial things. Once you going deeper and deeper and for advanced setup, we have to have understanding of custom JavaScript variable, then global JavaScript variable, data layer variable, cookies value. All these are the advanced setup and tools, and which can be utilized heavily while you go in a much detail and advanced tracking setup. So first, there are two important conditions to set up a custom JavaScript. So as we discussed in our JavaScript lecture, we use function to run any particular action many times. So this function should be anonymous, means what exactly anonymous function means? This function should not have any kind of name, okay? And this function always returns some value in it. So I'm just mentioning your over here return. So this function always returns something in a custom JavaScript variable. If these two conditions not met, so your custom JavaScript variable is not able to get or fetch that particular value. So right now our simple formula is that we have set up two data layer variable. So what I have to do, I have to multiply by that two variables, like first one is my GTM time interval and second is a event number. So I am going to take one bracket, and I'm going to look out for my GTM time event number first. So these are the my two events. So I'm going to take one, then I am going to multiply it, uh, again curly braces, and I'm going to take right now this value. So this two value I'm going to get a number like 30,000. First event happen, it will be give me 30,000 value, which is 30 seconds. In second thing, it will provide me 30 second, 2 into 30, 30,000, which will be a 60,000, which equivalent to 60 second, and this will be go on till the 150 second. But I want this value in a general second number. So what I have to do, I will divide this complete value by 1000. So accordingly, after dividing the 1000, for an example, if I divide 30,000 value by 1000, it will give me a 30 number. So accordingly, this value I can utilize in my, while setting the Facebook pixel, and I can send this value to a Facebook pixel. So this has been set, so I'm giving the name to it. So CJS, or I can write CJS timer, uh, seconds value, I can write seconds value. Save this. So guys, I just forgot to mention the closing mark. So again, these are the very small mistake we do while writing the JavaScript, and I immediately got an error while saving this. So that's why I forgot to closing this bracket. So I'm just close this bracket right now, and let's save this. Right now my value has been saved. So let's go to a trigger part, and we already set up a advanced timer trigger. We kept a condition of 30 second, limit 5, and it should be fire on all pages. Now all the variables value and triggers value has been set. Let's go to a tag and set up our advanced timer trigger tab. So let's create custom HTML script, closing script. So this is a basic syntax I am writing earlier because I should not make some mistakes, and you also write try to write this. But if you have a good habit of writing JavaScript, then it doesn't require you have to write in this fashion. So again, we have this is our custom event. So this is our custom event, and I will give a name to this as a time. I can say time spent. Okay. So right now I have to send extra values with this. How many seconds user has been spent with this. So as per our rule, we send extra values of every event with the event objects, that is event parameters, and for that we have to create object which is in a key value pair. So let's create this and shift as a seconds. That right now we have to take our custom JavaScript, which will provide us the value. Let's select this. This has been done. So we already set up this value in this, and again I have to take a particular page where this value is firing. So accordingly I can understand that how much time user is spending on that particular page. So I can search page path. Okay. So closing bracket. Yes, we closing this, and this has been set up. So accordingly we have set up this, and again for advanced setting we have to go for a tag sequencing. We have to first fire a library tag, and then our trigger is okay. So the custom timer, you can say advanced timer. So let's save this and let's test this. So I'm clicking right now on preview tab. Let's connect this. So let's wait for a timer event should fire once we completed our 30 seconds. So right now we are able to see that our two timer event is fire, because first one is a by default our 30-second timer and second one is a C, advanced timer event. So in this fashion we are able to understand that, see, GTM timer event number is 1 and GTM timer interval is a 30 seconds. So right now I'm going to this and checking the value itself. So right now see 30 second as well as time spent. So if you change that, see, second is a 30 because we divided that value in the 1000. That's why we are seeing the 30 and page source is our home page. So this is the first event fire. Now wait for a second event. So second event also I think fire right now. Yes. So right now we are seeing this and let's go to a Facebook pixel itself. So right now our second event is fire, and in Facebook meta pixel helper we are not seeing that particular event. So but in GTM it's firing properly, and for variables you have to check the value. So we already set up that two particular values, so let's check that as well. So see, whatever the two value we have been set up, first is the time interval, that is 30,000 seconds, and see timer event, because we have selected second. If we go to first, we are going to see first. We go to third, we are going to see third value. So accordingly this will be multiply this and this will be divided by 1000. So accordingly we are going to get this value, see, 4. So as per 30-second pass on each time lapse, it will be going to fire, and we are going to, our event going to fire as well. So let's see custom advanced event and it's firing properly. So accordingly we can send, advanced time information to a Facebook ad. And take an example, someone is, coming to our website and spending around 120 seconds, and we want to create that particular, ads, audience segmentation to that. So we also can able to create that as well, and we can send that information to a Facebook. So I hope you understand this, guys, and this is very crucial and really helpful while setting the, advanced thing like custom event. And these are the events, which can, help you to build the further audience in a better way, because see, standard event is by default set up by most of the user, but beyond that, what is extra events, user is, coming on your website and doing, that is important, and that can be done by a custom event, because custom event is a help you to build a better audience and, better optimization thing. So I hope you understand this, guys, and I will see you in the next lecture.